All right, so here's the deal. This has been one of the craziest weeks in like the history of our shop. Guys, as we're getting ready for this recovery, going through this insane couple of weeks, we've been literally running all over the place. You guys may remember a video we did a while back where we crushed a bunch of Datsun cars and people lost their minds, and we said, okay, sorry, and we put some cars out and said, come get them, they're free. Well, there happened to be a group of guys that live in Pennsylvania that drove literally like 30 hours straight through the night with a gooseneck trailer and picked up 2 of those cars.
That was those guys?
That was those guys.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and that happened to be Matt and the boys from a YouTube channel called Symphony of Destruction.
Drive-in movie theater now.
Now, Symphony of Destruction is a very unique YouTube channel because A, these guys are young. B, these guys are the hardest working sons of bitches I've ever met in my entire life. And C, they're actually a good time to hang around with. So I told Matt, we were talking, you know, chatting one day. I told him that I had some trucks and some tires and some equipment on the East Coast, and I was trying to figure out how to get logistically moved. And he's like, tell you what, how about I just bring it out to you? I was like, okay, what's the catch? He's like, we just want to come out and shoot with you. So we have the pleasure of having 4, like I said, very hardworking dudes out here with us, and they're gonna be doing recoveries with us. They're gonna be unloading tires in the back of the shop. They're gonna be doing literally anything and everything they can and want to do to be part of our channel. But more importantly, guys, this is a very, very, very important thing for me. Please, please take the time right now to click the link in my description below and go subscribe to their channel, because these guys are legitimately some of the most genuine, like hardworking, down-to-earth, good dudes I've ever met in my entire life. And their channel is actually highly entertaining and highly underrated. The fact that they don't have 1 million subscribers yet is absurd. So right now, we're headed down to Lake Powell to recover a boat that sunk. And I'm not gonna tell you the backstory on that yet, but here's a short recap. This is a new Oshkosh Army truck that I bought down in Florida, and we just shipped it here after doing some tug of wars down at the Freedom Factory at the Freedom 500. Badass truck, C12 engine. It's like the latest and greatest what the military uses. They love it. Now the only problem is, since we just bought it, you know, it's obviously in great condition, but we don't know all the maintenance that's been done. So like rear diffs, you know, different stuff like that. So this is a long trip, and obviously we're pulling this giant riverine patrol boat, the Navy boat that I bought, which I cannot believe how much work. All right, guys, listen up. You know that I'm a sucker for a good deal. Like, I shop auctions all the time. For example, my Navy boat, my Army truck, pretty much everything I own, I bought at an auction for a really good deal. What does this mean? This means I love auctions, which is why I love today's sponsor so much, because it's an auction website. It's called Deal Dash, and I've talked to you guys about it before. So with Deal Dash, they have hundreds of thousands of different items on their website that you can bid on at any time. And you can bid on the website or an app. Now here's the crazy thing about it. They have everything from like watches, trinkets, all the way up to like cars and stuff. So best part about it is you go to Deal Dash and you buy a bid pack. You then use that bid pack to bid on the items that you want. But here's the kicker. Every bid only raises the price of the item by literally 1 penny. Stuff has been known to sell for super cheap on this website. So guys, here's a couple of examples. Like recently, a brand new TV sold for less than $2. And a brand new car, like $1,000. This Deal Dash is ridiculous. This website, it's actually kind of addicting. Shipping is always free. There's a 90-day money-back guarantee. You know what? I'm actually gonna stop doing the selfie mode, and I'm gonna talk to the real camera because I wanna pull out my phone and actually pull up Deal Dash to show you some of the wild stuff. So guys, I gotta be honest with you. When I first heard about Deal Dash, I was like, seriously, a new car for $1,000, a TV for $2, you're only bidding a penny at a time? How does that really work? But then I went, I bought a bid pack, and I started bidding. And I ended up getting like these $700 camp chairs for like 10 or 20 bucks. It was like super cheap. This is the very best way to get up to like 99% off retail value of brand new items. And the best part is they have hundreds of new items for sale every single day. Now here's another thing. If you're bidding and you run out of bids, right, you can either go buy another bid pack, or they also have a very convenient buy it now button. So if you just gotta have it, click buy it now, bam, it's yours. Bidding's done, game over, you just won. Guys, Deal Dash is a pretty big deal. And a little birdie told me that maybe sometime here in the future, they might even be selling one of our custom built trucks on their website, which means that you, if you go to dealdash.com right now and buy a bid bundle, you could potentially own one of our creations for pennies on the dollar. Listen, here's what I'm gonna do for you. Click the link in my description below, right? Go to dealdash.com, enter the promo code. You gotta do this part. Enter the promo code Heavydsparks, and you're gonna get 100 bids absolutely free with your first bid pack purchase. Now guys, that is not a small number. 100 bids could be the difference between you winning or losing a brand new car for $1,000 or $2,000. And remember, there's a 90-day money-back guarantee. It's free shipping, and it's a lot of freaking fun. Please do me a favor. Also, support Deal Dash because they're supporting these videos to help us make great content for you. And go to their website, dealdash.com. Everything you need to know is in the description below. Use the promo code Heavydsparks, get your 100 bids for free, and get out there and start getting them deals, baby. They're there. I promise you, you're gonna enjoy it. I can't promise you that, but I'm pretty sure. So go to dealdash.com right now, use the promo code Heavydsparks, and get yourself a deal. My guys got done on this thing in a matter of, we've only been working on this thing for less than a week. So we had the guys from Safe Boats come down, the guys who manufacture these for the Navy. This is one of the Navy's most badass boats. It's fast, it's maneuverable, it's got twin 500 horsepower diesel engines, jet propulsion, so it's like a giant jet ski, and it needs like literally like maybe 12 inches of water to be able to run. So that's what we're gonna use to help with the recovery. We mounted a winch on the front. Hunter's been working on that like crazy. That's got a bow door that actually folds down. It's a pretty cool design. And then we're meeting up with Jared from Adventures with Purpose, the guys that we did the underwater recovery with, where we lifted the car out of the water. So they're coming down. They're gonna be the ones that are doing the diving for us. So they're gonna dive down. We're gonna hook airbags onto this boat that sunk, lift it to the surface, but we have a winch on the front of the boat just in case we need to help, you know, assist lifting it or whatever. And then the plan is to pump all the water out of the boat, tow it back to the marina. Now, where we're at right now is the fact that I've never driven this truck on the freeway yet. Coming from the military, the C12 engine already has a military tune on it, so whatever they put on there is what they put on there. He just checked all the other specs and everything and got dialed in that way, but still. So we have 3 options for tow vehicles. We have this one. We have my new Hemet that I bought that I haven't even introduced you guys yet, which is a monster. It's a 10x10 monster. Or we have the F800 from the guys at Symphony of Destruction that they brought out here, which is also designed to pull Navy boats. We're gonna stop by 4 Wheel Parts on our way out of town and get new wheels and tires put on the boat, just because I don't trust those old Humvee tires. That's what the Navy put on there. We got those big 37-inch Humvee tires. They'd probably be fine, but if we had a blowout, we don't have a spare, so I'd rather just start with a fresh set. Everything that we've been working on for the last like week and a half is coming together. I guarantee that this might just be the most logistically challenging and entertaining and everything else vlog that we've ever produced. All right, road test time. We're in the Oshkosh medium tactical vehicle replacement, MTVR, MK23, badass truck, but is it prepared to haul a 20,000 pound boat down on a 7-hour trip to Lake Powell? We're gonna find out right now what kind of freeway speeds it does pulling a load. It did hook up very nicely, all the air brake stuff, everything seems to be working, so now we just take it on the highway and hope for the best. Turning radius of a cruise ship. In fact, I bet you a cruise ship might even turn tighter than this. What are we gonna do? Have a good time. Yep, rule number 1, put that mirror out a little bit more.
So smooth.
So smooth.
Usually I'm bucked out of my seat by now 10 times.
What makes me nervous about this is this truck was running perfect in Florida. Like when we did the tug of war when I picked it up. And then they put it on a trailer, got it out here, and as soon as we went to go unload it from the trailer, it was like the throttle wouldn't respond, check engine light was on. So we took down to Demon Diesel and he diagnosed it and found that it was a throttle pedal that was bad. So he put a used one in. So we're hoping the used one holds up. did just text me and tell me that he's got the new one coming and it's on the way down, so we might stop by his place and get the new one just to be safe, but this already feels pretty good. I just don't know who's going to drive it. I think I might put Hunter in here. Hunter or Matt from Symphony Instruction. Both absolute animals when it comes to just getting it done. This is the coolest looking setup. Like,
This is the raddest setup.
Absolutely.
Look at this setup. They look pretty sweet right now. This fast in the military truck.
45 right now. So when Spencer, Diesel, looked at all the parameters of the computer, he says the computer is set to be able to go 120 miles an hour. But this truck obviously won't do that because of the gearing, the gear ratio. So from everything I've heard, these trucks do 65, no problem. I'm hoping to get closer to 70 out of it, but beggars can't be choosers. So we're gonna see what happens. And it feels just awesome though.
The only thing we've got loaded up so far is a grill. The essentials.
What else do we need? Everybody that I've ever talked to in the military that's driven one of these says they just absolutely love them. Like it's one of the most favorite trucks, and it's still used in the military for that very reason. Oshkosh did an amazing job with it. The truck only has 13,000 original miles on it. Here we go! Gear, I think it's a 7-speed transmission, or maybe an 8. Hopefully it's an 8. We're just below 60. Pedal to the floor. Again, I don't know if it has another gear. Oh yeah, she's climbing.
A little bit of speed wobbles, as you can tell from my camera.
A little bit. Right on the money too.
It's comfy.
65.
You think we should put the sunroof back on?
Probably.
I guess Hunter could probably use a shower.
Let's see how the engine brake works.
Engine brake time. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, she's a Jaker for sure.
Oh, she's a Jaker for sure.
I'm barely even touching the brakes. Hot damn.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here's the deal. Oof. That cat sounds good. So basically, the truck is doing exactly what it's supposed to do right now. It's pulling the same power that the military says it does. It's riding relatively smooth for however old these tires are. And I'm pretty happy with it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Oh man, I just got real excited for this recovery. I'll feel a baby horn. Jake break time!
Hit that Jake. Hit me with that Jake. That's nice. That's real nice.
I'm gonna be able to wipe the smile off my face.
I'll be honest, I think this might be one of our sickest setups we've ever had. If not the sickest.
No, hands down, the sickest setup we've ever had so far. And it's gonna be really hard to beat. As long as the boat works. Dude. Test drive went very well. Better than expected, actually. Now it's just a matter of whether it can sustain that much speed and that much, those high of RPMs for that long without anything overheating or blowing up.
Al's got his overnight backpack.
And that's right there our secret weapon, Mr. Allen.
You know,
He's been on this boat working hard. Okay, that was tits.
Look tits.
That was, it did perfect.
Why? You can get your... Which is the worst, Bill? Have you guys seen this guy's shoes?
What? They're holy shoes. I'm reaching a new spiritual level.
Sandals. Alrighty. Back to work.
Guys, this is, man. This started out as like me texting my buddy Joe over at Midwest Military Equipment, like, hey, did you see that boat on the auction? He's like, yeah, I saw it. And I'm like, I'm gonna bid on it. He's like, oh, I'm already bidding on it. I'm like, all right, man, take it away. And so he jumped on there, he bid on it. He bought 3 of these. This is called the Riverine Patrol Boat. This is one of the most favorite boats that the Navy SEALs ever operated, according to all the SEALs that I've talked to. Twin jet drive engines. So it's a Yanmar engine, roughly 500 horsepower on each side. So 1,000 horsepower twin jet means this boat can go about 40 knots, which is roughly what, 51, 52 miles an hour. And more than that, the maneuverability. They say that you can flip this boat 180 degrees in one boat length and then be back to full speed immediately. I don't think you understand what that's like. You know when you're on a jet ski and you flip it, you spin it, and you're like, start spinning around? No. This thing will do that, but then just be like, nope, I'm gone again, back to full speed. So this has Hamilton jet drives. It also has a feature called a bucket stop. The bucket stop, from what I understand, I've never done, is basically like hitting the brakes in your vehicle on like the best traction surface possible. It stops this thing on a freaking dime, and if you're not hanging on for dear life, it'll throw dudes not only overboard, but like it'll launch people into the lake like hundreds of yards ahead of the boat.
we're gonna keep the rails.
But I have my order boats with a bucket stop.
Yeah.
And I would literally submarine the boat and sink it every time I used it.
Exactly. So the bucket stop is basically, it takes the jet drive, which is this, this intense stream of jet water that's coming out the back of the engine, and it puts a cover over it and reverses it.
Oh.
Yeah, so all that jet stream goes backwards, which makes the boat stop real quick. So these boats were designed for hot insertions and hot extractions for the Navy SEALs. And the reason they did that is because if they were going into a war zone, basically, the pilot of this boat needed to be able to get his guys in there and get the hell right back out, because he was probably taking fire, which is why this boat is full of ballistic material. Behind these panels right here, this is foam. They say that this foam can stop a 5.56 round, which I believe because it's pretty thick. But behind that is another steel plate, which will stop like a 50 cal or anything like that. So this boat is totally up armored, which we don't need anymore. And it's a lot of extra weight that we don't need. So we're getting ready to pull these off, get rid of all the up armoring, get rid of anything that's basically ballistic, and make it more of a work vessel and like a leisure craft. I want to be able to put my family on this thing and take them up Lake Powell and cruise and have fun. But I think we can shave off probably at least 2,000 or 3,000 pounds. In fact, that's what Hunter's working on right now, is this back guardrail back here. So instead of having an area where a guy with a belt-fed 50 cal can stand, and I'll show you exactly how he did it. The rear gunner on these boats used to stand right here, and he was just going and just cover everybody. Well, we don't need that because we're not in a war. So what we're doing is we're cutting off this whole platform. This was also intended for SEALs to be able to stand right here, hold on, and when it was ready, when it was time to either board a ship or jump off the boat, they could easily get up, get out. That's why you're not seeing any seats on this boat. The seals were always standing, okay? So we're gonna cut this off. We're gonna turn it into a swim platform so that we can either play and dive and jump off this or use it as a work platform. We are gonna keep this pylon for now because this is very structural. This will allow us to tow whatever we need to tow. This is going away. Alan's working on the alternators and the motors right now. We went through the whole electrical system yesterday with the guys from Safe Boats. Everything looks pretty good, so I think we're leaving next Thursday night, down in Lake Powell, and this thing has to be like tip-top ready to go. So we have a lot of work to do before then. So I'm gonna stop talking and let Hunter keep cutting.
Time to throw some sparks.
How fun to get into that?
Literally just a bunch of oily, gas-covered rags on fire in the trash can, and Hunter's just fine. He's fine with it.
Starboard.
Starboard.
Okay.
Teaching Alan some navigational language here. Ready?
Ready.
Going up,
She sounds so good.
but not as fast as I would think. But we also have an isolator.
So the alternators on this boat originally were designed to run basically mini guns, the GAU guns, GAU, which is a belt-fed weapon which requires a lot of power. So they were like 500 amp, 24 volt alternators, which essentially are just basically like an electrical chair for us in the water. Something shorts out on one of those alternators with us in the boat, we all feel it real quick. So we got rid of those. Those were dangerous. We don't need that much amperage running through the boat. The most we need, what are these, Alan, 80?
What, 80 amp?
Yeah.
Alternators, yeah.
So we went up to Boyce Equipment and got some 80 amp alternators, which are designed for military applications like this, 24 volt, because the whole boat is 24 volt system. We do have a step down converter that allows us to run some 12 volt stuff, which will be like some of the speakers and lights and things like that. But
Start her up. There it is, 27 volt.
making power. So the thing about this boat is they only built a handful of them. This is number 16. From what I understand, they only built like maybe 20 of this exact model. So this is one of the later models, and it's got some of the upgrades and fixes and things, because number 1 was like a science project. Number 2 was like, oh, we learned. Number 3 and so on and so forth until I got to number 16, which is this thing was pretty much dialed when we got it. Ready?
Port.
Port motor. Fire. Clear?
Okay, clear.
So these are Yanmar diesel engines. These are six cylinder. It's similar to like a Cummins 5.9. These are 5.8 liters. They create 443 horsepower each. So that totals what? Just shy of 900 horsepower total. They claim the boat's good for about 1,000 horsepower, which I believe. And
one more try. I want to check.
One more try, all right. We have a lot of old military, really thick wiring that we have to just kind of get rid of because it's not necessary anymore. Also, I'll show you like, it's a good example. This piece right here. This is one of the ballistic panels. This is designed to stop bullets. And so these were in here to keep the crew from getting shot. So they were all over the place in here. And we're removing them because we're hoping, obviously, to not get shot at. Jet drive mixed with diesel, mixed with old technology, mixed with Navy requirements means lots of stuff that needs to be removed, fixed, or bypassed. Warning: do not use more than 2 GAU 17 miniguns at the same time, as it may overload the system. That's a warning that says don't run 2 machine guns. Don't run more than 2 machine guns at the same time, because the alternators won't be able to keep up because they use electricity that was created by the engines. So these boats are so badass. Most of them that come in that are bought surplus have bullet holes in them. This one, we've not found any bullet holes. We found a couple like shell casings. I don't know if this boat was ever deployed. I honestly don't think it was. I think this boat probably stayed stateside and was maybe used for training, because everything is pretty much still brand new looking and very clean. But cool thing about a jet drive boat is it's just like a jet ski. If you've ever ridden a jet ski, you know how you hit the throttle and it's like instant acceleration. Well, same thing with this, but this is a 40-foot boat. Also another cool feature, watch this. The bow door goes like this. It literally opens and closes so that the seals can hurry and jump off on a quick beach landing, and then the pilot of the boat can hurry and throw it back in reverse and get the hell out of there, and the seals can go in and do their job. That's gonna be a lot of fun for kids, family, everybody else to be able to access the beaches and stuff. So my whole goal with this boat is to make it a work boat and a family boat, something that I can take the whole family out on and have like canopies and shade and sound systems and coolers and all that kinds of cool stuff, but still be able to go like 50 miles an hour through the rough stuff in Lake Powell, and up any river I want, because it only takes like about a foot of water to be able to drive this boat in, which normally a boat this size would require 3-4 feet of water minimum, probably more. Like a regular wakeboard boat, if you're running 3 feet of water, you're this close to hitting your prop. This boat, you can run in 12 inches of water and it doesn't even care, because the jet drives sit up inside the boat rather than a big prop sitting below. What do you think, Al?
That's up. Wow, somebody's already taken the armor off of that area already. All that steel has got to come off. All the armor's still here. Well, we were thinking that removing all the plating in the armor was going to lighten the boat up more, because we thought there was going to be some heavy steel plates in here, but they're not here. So removing this and all the rusty steel will clean this up, but only take off like about 400 pounds, not anywhere what we thought was going to take off. Need power. This battery. That's it for this side. Probably clean it up and have it painted. See, the corrosion will just take the steel and just destroy it. So get it off and it'll make the boat a lot better. Not that much of an issue.
Alrighty, Alan.
Yeah.
Down the street.
Really?
I got you.
You thought you could get it out before. And take the elevator down.
Alright guys, so we just showed up here at Blast Products. They do a lot of our sandblasting for us. Yeah, we're dropping off these bumpers that go on this big army boat. Basically what we're doing is we're gonna have them sandblast all that stuff off, all the old stuff. There's some spots on it that's kind of peeling back a little bit and it's getting down into the foam. We don't want that. We want to be able to keep all the water out, you know. So what we're gonna have them do is sandblast it down to where it's like a smooth kind of porous finish, and then we'll have one of our guys or somebody Line-X bed liner these sides so that it'll essentially weatherproof and waterproof the outside of it to keep it from, you know, getting moisture in there and getting all gross and moldy and stuff like that. So we just showed up here. We got the F550 loaded up with these giant bumpers that hang halfway off it almost, but it's not too far from our shop, so it wasn't too big a deal getting down here. But yeah, we'll drop these off and you know, get these all blasted and put back on the boat. So how's it going?
How's it going? What can we do for you?
Man, mannequin tripped me out for a little bit.
Point where it's adherable.
Alright guys, well, dropped off those side bumpers. I think it's gonna sandblast pretty well, so that'll be cool. It'll look really good on the boat, so stay tuned for that. This is gonna be, it's gonna be a crazy one. You guys are in for a doozy, so stay tuned for this.
That's what I'm talking about. That's by far the sickest setup. Essentials: water, banana. Essentials. Your mom would be proud of me.
Flip-flops? They're steel toe flip-flops, so they're okay.
Alright guys, so we are on our way down to Lake Powell with a hell of a convoy. How many vehicles do we have? We got 1, 2 trucks, 3 trucks, motorhome, Jim's on his way too, so 7 that I can think of. So we're here at Demon Diesel with my pal Spencer. Spencer is the dude. Like, when it comes to big rig stuff, like this guy, like everybody from everywhere comes and sees him. And he's been the one who's been helping us with the we had some issues with the throttle sensor on the Oshkosh, so he happened to have a spare one that got us down here, and then he ordered a new part overnight from Cat, got it here, he diagnosed it, figured it out. He knows these trucks inside, well, he knows the Cat engines inside and out. So as you can see, Demon Diesel, heavy duty and automotive diesel repair. So this is the part that basically made the truck not work when it got off the trailer when it came back from Florida. So this dumb little thing right here is what's been really screwing us up. But
Hunter's truck is not running.
7-ton doing, Hunter. Starter for fuel, skipping a beat. The fuel filters never got changed. Okay.
What's it doing? Just missing?
Yeah, it's acting like a dry grab was last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try running a little ATF through it real quick and just see if that helps at all.
I'm assuming you have other filters for it. We didn't bring filters. I have filters, but I don't know if they're going to be the same. It's a C7.
Oh, that's very similar, actually.
Very similar. And a fuel water. Should have.
Possible, but take it and then you take.
Here we go. This is where the party starts. This is what happens when we take untested equipment on long road trips.
I love parties though.
We love parties. We were expecting the fact that Matt and the guys came with like filters and stuff. Thinking ahead. So we're gonna pull this filter off, dump it out, see if we can maybe clean it out. It sounds like the truck's starving for fuel because it was running great, and then we just filled it up. So what just happened was I opened the fuel cap and it made like a hissing sound, like it was sucking air in, which is not good because that means fuel tanks have to vent. You know, when you pull fluid out of like a bottle, if you don't have anywhere for air to come in, then it stops the fluid. So basically what was happening was it's just choking. It's like making a vacuum inside the tank, and the pump is just sucking more and more and more, but it's not getting any air flowing into the tank. So just to be safe, we're gonna run a little bit of ATF through there. ATF and diesel fuel just kind of helps loosen things up, kind of just a little bit of a secret recipe. Done, all fixed. We're here. It's about 1 a.m. and we're getting ready to put the boats in the water. The launch ramp situation is not ideal right now because they're so low. Jared and his crew have a ton of equipment, the recovery equipment. We're gonna start loading all that into the Army boat, and then Jim's pontoon boat is gonna carry people. So it's just gonna be a lot of moving stuff right now. Last time this boat was on the water, we have no idea. Safe estimate, 5 years ago. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Firing up our engines. Why do I not have bucket controls? Are those belts spinning?
Now? They're not.
Oh no, like jet. I'm not here. Here we go. Yeah. It's good. This is what we wanted to be doing. Nav lights.
We need something to be able to plug a hole. It's just a drip right now. But there's, it's just, the aluminum's rotted away on that.
They believe they found the boat, and they believe it's just sitting upright.
We found Dave's boat.
Found you both.
I honestly haven't seen anything like this before. I can say that.
There's all types of risks. Really, really serious risks.